This is Learn Swahili Now, and my name is Karen Stringer. In this video, I will be teaching you how to make simple Swahili sentences. Enjoy! Let us start by looking at a typical Swahili sentence. Mama for mother, anapika for she is cooking, chakula, food. Mother is cooking food. Let's break it down. Mama is the subject, anapika is the verb, and chakula is the noun. Once again, mother is the subject, she is cooking is the verb, food is the object. The majority of sentences in Swahili will follow that pattern. But now, let us look at the specific verb breakdown. This is where the ninja tricks are. Let us just use the verb we already know, anapika. Did you know, in Swahili, this can be a complete sentence in itself. That is why it is especially important to know how to create such verbs. It's like a little ninja trick. Am I saying ninja tricks too many times? It's because I know they are awesome. So you'll be hearing a lot more of them. I digress. Back to verbs. So we will start breaking down the different components of this verb. Are you ready? Remember I said anapika can be a complete sentence in itself? This is why. A represents the subject. What is the subject? The actor, the one doing the action. The na represents the tense, as in when is this action taking place. In this particular case, the action is taking place in the present tense. And finally, the verb, pika in this instance. As we go along, I'm going to show you how to break down the verb itself so that you know what is the root and what is the stem. Okay? Let us talk tenses. As we just saw, na is the present tense. Ta would represent the future. Li would represent the past. Me, the present perfect, like I have just eaten. And finally, the habitual tense, who. These are the most commonly used tenses, and with them, you can pretty much create any sentence. To make it easy for you to remember, I would like to show you a few, yep, you guessed it, ninja tricks. I have 3 words to help you. Stove to help you on verb breakdown, Natalie and Hume for tenses. S is for subject. S is for subject. T is for tense. O is for objects, to be covered later in the course. And finally, verb and verb extensions. Awesome ninja tricks, right?
Yes!
Let us continue. For tenses, na stands for present tense, ta, future tense, li, past tense, Natalie. Actually, we should pronounce it in Swahili, Natali, not nerdily. That's English. Who for habitual tense, and finally, me for present perfect. Now that you have so wonderfully learned how to break down verbs, where on earth do you find subject markers? The first thing you need to do is to identify whether you're talking about people or things. With people, it's very simple. You just need to identify whether it's the first person, second person, or third person who is doing the action that you're talking about. First person, as in I, second person, you, and third person, he or she. Now let us go through them one by one. We have to learn them in singular, and then we have to learn them in their plural form. We use ni when the first person is doing the action. So the verb would begin with ni, followed by the tense. If the second person is doing, in English it would be represented by you, then we use u. And finally, if a third person is doing, the he or she, it's going to be a. In Swahili, we have no way of showing whether it's a female or a male doing a particular action. The first person, we, in Swahili is tu. The second person, you all, in English, is m. And finally, third person, they, will be represented by wa. As you learn about noun classes, you will be able to find subject prefixes for things. Today we just covered people. Now, let us practice 2 or 3 more words to see if you get it. How do you think we would say he is eating? The verb for eat is kula. Did you say anakula? A for he, na for tense present, kula for verb. Let us make it more interesting. How would you say they will read? The verb for read is soma. I'm sure you came up with watasoma. Wa for subject, ta for future tense, and soma for verb. Well done. How about we make it even more interesting? How would you say they will read a book? The word for book in Swahili is kitabu. You will learn this and many other nouns as you begin to understand the noun class system. For now, let us just use the word kitabu. Okay, so you simply say watasoma kitabu. The only challenge now is we don't know who they are. Now, it would be helpful if we had a noun, a subject noun. Let's say students. To make a sentence in Swahili really is very simple. Now, in this case, we have students. And I don't know if I've told you this, but the word for students is wanafunzi. If I haven't, you will learn it very soon. So you simply say wanafunzi wanasoma kitabu. And there you go. You have a full sentence in Swahili. Let us do one more. Children are crying. The word for children is watoto, and the verb for crying is lia. Again, it's very simple. The word for children is watoto, and we know the subject prefix is wa, and we know they're doing the action now, so na. So we will simply say watoto wanalia. But because we don't know why they're crying, or for, we won't have an object, so we'll just leave it as that. Watoto wanalia. In the next section, you will get to see different verbs that you can use. I've also attached different nouns that you can use. That way you can practice making different sentences. Also, this will help you understand the conversational segment of this module. Congratulations for finishing this part. I know you will be crushing it in the rest of the course.